Boom. Komodo VT podcast here, the heaviest podcast in New England. What is good? Please like and subscribe to this. Let's get the train rolling. All right. Boom. We got lots to talk about. All right. First of all, if you don't know what Komodo VT is about, go to the Instagram. All right. Go to the Instagram page, type in Komodo VT, check it out. All right. I'm from Burlington, Vermont. And we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about the bands around here. There's a lot of good bands. I'm not going to be able to name them all. Just because, listen, I smoke a lot of weed. That's the bottom line. But we're going to talk about, first of all, is some great bands like Voidbringer, Saintrium, friggin' Keepsake, and more of a known band, Voices in Vain. You got Black Axe. They're more in central Vermont. They're one of my favorites. But honestly, every band I just named so far are on my top favorites from around here. You got Drunk Off Diesel. You got the Old North End. It's a good, strong. You got Space Cult, a Lungbuster. You got Komodo VT. You got Gone Wrong. You got The Path. Melkor. I believe that's how you pronounce them. These are all Burlington, Vermont bands. Check them out. Check them out. And I'll try to get them in the subscriptions, in the bio or whatever, the description of this situation of the podcast. All right, so like I said, I know I'm missing some bands, but it is what it is. They just recently had a nice little toy drive. I believe it was at Higher Ground. I believe Voidbringer played, The Path. I believe Voidbringer played. Cook played. The Old North End played. I'm not quite sure the exact details, but it was a great show. So I heard. I had my kiddo. I couldn't go, unfortunately. But yeah, this is a great community for bands, and there's a lot of musicians out there. I've been in a couple different projects. I got some more coming out. The band, it's going to be coming up. I give a little sneak peeks of it. Dreams of Extinction. That's going to be a really heavy band. The drummer I've played in bands with before with her. Another band she's in, I played a lot of shows with them. Space Cult. And the guitar player is just this friggin' great dude that I work with, and he just he kills it on guitar, and he doesn't necessarily realize how good he is. So those are like the gems you find, and it's all over Burlington, and there's some people I know that are just fucking phenomenal musicians. They produce their own stuff. I've done some collaborations with them. They make their own music. They do all the instruments and all that, and they just do it for a hobby. So basically what I'm trying to say is Burlington, Vermont is a great spot for music. And there's lots of other type of music out here too, I just am naming the heavier bands, because that's what I'm about. Heavy music, heavy bands. And a lot of the bands I've talked about right now, I've played with, so pretty much all of them. But yeah, so that's the local music around here. It's a great community. I'm looking forward to 2023. When I went on tour with Lungbuster last summer, I got to meet a lot of bands in the New England area. One band stands out to me a lot. Dress from Philly. They just kill it. They're one of those bands, you know, when the stars align correctly, they're gonna make it. You know, they're a killer. They're a killer band. I played with them when I was in Lungbuster. I really want to play with them with Komodo. And obviously Dreams of Extinction, or Dream of Extinction. That's the name. And I'll have Instagram for that soon. But yeah. So let's move forward with a topic that a lot of people have been talking about. And it's about music, and it's about a great band, Pantera. They're doing their tour, tribute tour. I wouldn't call it a reunion. I don't even think they're really calling it a reunion. Because it's only Rex and Phil, and Rex right now is out. What I heard, he's not doing it. He was sick. I think he's doing fine. But honestly, Rex is getting old, so I worry about him. But right now, the shows I've seen, the guy that's hopping in there, I forgot his exact name, but he plays with Phil Insomno with a lot of other bands he's in. I believe Phil Insomno, The Illegals, and Scour. And he's done a lot of the Pantera songs before with Phil. So it's a great situation to have him in there. The crowds are amazing. They're on Knotfest right now. But, you know, there's a lot of mixed opinions about it. A lot of criticisms. And some of them I think are a little annoying. And then some of them I feel like are definitely just. I feel they're... some people have a point there, you know. There's something to be said about it. And obviously with Pantera, the way they played their instruments were so unique. You know, Dimebag, there's only one person that sounds like Dimebag. Vinnie Paul, there's only one person that sounds like Vinnie Paul. They got the dude from Anthrax on drums. He fucking kills it. And he's doing a great job. So you don't hear too much criticism about him. You kind of hear just the fact he's on point. And honestly, Phil is on point. I didn't think he was going to be. I didn't have high hopes on it. And he was on point. He did a great job. He was doing a great job. Zakk Wyldes. He's doing a good job, but not a great job. I've seen him play many times. I've seen him in Ozzy. I've seen him in Black Label Society. He knows how to like nail covers and stuff like that, but he always puts his own little twist to it. And I think the criticisms before the reunion, you know, I think the worries, you know, like I remember when they asked Phil years ago, he's like, hey, Zakk wouldn't work for it. And here we are, Zack's doing it. I can see why maybe Phil and other people have said, Phil hasn't said anything lately, but maybe had their worries. Zakk doesn't have the correct attack with it. He doesn't have the right attack. That's exactly what it is. He's not like, you know, with 5 minutes long when it goes like bam, ba na na, din din din. You know, they fucking chug that son of a bitch. Zack's playing it like bam, ba na na, da na na. No, that's not it. That's not how you play it, Zakk. You gotta play a little bit more attitude. Bam, ba na na, din din din. You know what I mean? Get that fucking, do it right. And the solos he's doing all right, but I could tell he can't really nail He can't do the squeals. The wow, wow, you know what I mean? The classic Dimebag signature shit. He just can't do it. And I think he's kind of accepted that he can't do it, so he's kind of moving forward, which is okay. But I think people need it. I think if he was nailing that, I think people wouldn't really have too much criticisms, because he's playing the songs, they're doing it right, the distortion's correct. Just how he's nailing it isn't really at all the time isn't necessarily on point. I think sometimes when it's super, super necessary, those key moments, I don't think he's necessarily nailing it. I don't think he's nailing the key moments. Doesn't say he's not doing a great job. I think he's doing a great job. You know, I wanna see him. I want to see the Pantera thing going on. You know, like, I am a huge Pantera fan. I got a Pantera tattoo. That was my first tattoo. Yeah, so I think the criticism is just, but I think people should realize it's Dimebag. You know, you can't really. Some of the things you're not going to be able to nail. I think the simple chugging things you can. But he's Zakk Wyldes. I'm sure people don't really want to tell him what to do, and I don't blame them. But I feel like someone needs to be like, "Hey, you gotta do it like this." But that's just what I heard, you know, so far on like the fucking YouTube and all like the shows they've been doing, and even the dude that's replacing Rex right now, while he's recovering from being sick, whatnot. He's friggin'. He was doing the domination thing. Nope. Wasn't doing it right. Wasn't the correct attack. Wasn't really. I don't even know if he had the rhythm really correct. It was awkward. So. But I think, all in all, I think it's electrifying. I think it's great. I think the fact they're playing Knotfest is a really, really good move, because Slipknot has all the proper equipment, and you can tell like they're letting them use some of the lights and stuff, and their stage equipment, as far as the lighting and the theatrics kind of aspect to it. So I think that definitely brings it, and I think people are excited, and I think the energy's there. I think at the end of the day, the tone's there, the sound's correct, you know, the drumming's on point, Phil's on point, you know, the bass for the most part's on point. You know, when Rex is playing, it's on point. When the other dude's filling in, it's doing good. And Zakk's doing a good job. B+. That's it. He can do better, and he will. He'll get it. He'll nail it. You know, I think playing these songs is super necessary. I almost think Kerry King would have been a better fit. I think people forget, Pantera has like the fucking Van Halen kind of like ZZ Top, like From Hell kind of vibes, you know, which works great for fucking, you know, Zakk Wyldes. But Pantera is also devastatingly heavy. And I think some of the heaviness Zakk just doesn't do. And I think some of the heaviness, obviously, Kerry King would have been able to do. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe they want to keep the train rolling. Maybe the guitar thing will be an in and out situation. But you just have to have an iconic guitar player to do it. I tell you, dude, this is maybe get flack. I don't know. I'm sure not a whole lot of people will see it. You know, hopefully, like and subscribe and share that shit. I think Dave Grohl would nail it. Yeah, I said it. I think he would nail it. If you listen to Dream Widow before you comment or criticize or anything like that. Listen to Dream Widow. Hold on. What are you doing over here? Got my puppies. Boom, Bree and Bruno. Before you say anything, go check them out. Check out Dream Widow. and tell me that Dave wouldn't do a great job. I think Dave would do a great job. But that's probably never going to happen. But if it did, it would work. It would work. Yes, it would. So, yeah. So, if you're watching this, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about Pantera. I know there's a lot of criticisms about them, but I'm not even going to get into that stuff because, frankly, I don't know enough about it to really... I've been a Pantera fan for a long time, pretty much all my life, and I just don't focus on that stuff. Dimebag was a great guy. Did he have slip-ups? I'm sure. And Phil has, definitely been an asshole over the years, but he seems like he's doing all right now, I don't know. I can see, with the Pantera thing, I can see why people don't fuck with him, and I can see why people, listen to him. They're electrifying. But let's move on to something else. I got my little fucking notebook here, down here. So music in 2023. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I think a lot of bands are going to come out with some good music. I think the local music is going to be popping this year. I think 2023 is going to be great for Komodo VT. I personally think my other band, Dream of Extinction, is going to feed well around here. I think people are going to really, really like us. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see how comfortable everyone is, and we'll see where it goes. I know Komodo VT will probably do a little run, probably a little weekender or 5-day little stretch or something like that. Let's do a little loop. Check out some fucking places. I don't want to be gone that long, so yeah. So I think that's going to be great. I think well, I know bands like Kubla Khan, The Art Is Murder, all of them. I believe Knocked Loose is due for another album. Case Restrained's already teased, already got a new song out. They're due for another one. I think all like those bands are gonna kill it. Some bands I gotta fuck with more. Some bands I gotta listen to more. I gotta listen to 156 Silence. I gotta listen to them more. That'll be more on my radar for 2023. Do me a favor, put in the comments, leave me some suggestions and stuff like that. Some bands that you check out, and then maybe on the next podcast I'll let you know the verdict on them, or if I got to them. I know I'm excited. I'll be doing a lot of shows. Usually they start popping in April. I'm sure I'll have some shows between now and then, but I know the train starts rolling in April. That's when usually every month I have a show. And I'm excited with both the bands. I'm sure I'll have some more shows. I will definitely at first probably be playing shows, having Komodo VT and Dream of Extinction. Will possibly be on the same bill at first, just because it'll probably just end up working that way. But eventually, I definitely am going to try to avoid that. It's not like they're not really similar at all. My vocal style is a lot different. Well, not a whole lot different, but I do more of like the death metal shit and Dream of Extinction. And Komodo VT is, check us out on Bandcamp. You'll know exactly what I'm about. I do play guitar in that too. So, it's much different, and I'm sure there's going to be some shows, especially there's a couple bands, you know, I will definitely wouldn't mind doing both sets, you know, but hopefully keep them separated so I'm not destroying myself. But I think a lot of bands around here are already popping off. Voidbringer's popping off. I know Black Axe is always fucking, they're like Chuck Norris. They're just waiting to attack when it's right. And usually that comes around spring. The guitar player comes back around and then they get the train rolling. So they're another band. I believe they got some more material coming our way, which I'm always excited about. They're one of my favorite bands to play with. They're a great band. Them and Sanctum. Those are probably my two favorite bands to play with. Sanctum, I'm sure, has some music coming our way. They always seem to be getting some music. Those guys are always writing music, you know. They got a lot of different projects they're in. They always seem to be making more and more music, and it's always good. It's always great. So I'm excited to be doing more shows with them in general, whatever project they want to do. I have yet to play a show with Voidbringer. Boom. I want to play a show with Voidbringer. So, yeah. So 2023 is going to be a good year. And like I said, I'll try to do a little run with Komodo VT. And I'll probably try to hit Connecticut, Brooklyn, Philly, then head home. Maybe hit up one spot along the way back. Or I'd like to get to Philly, because I love Philly. But we just might end up doing like a little circle around, you know. Might end up doing, I can see this happen in Connecticut, Brooklyn, Jersey, Troy. Little loop. But I ideally would like to get out to Philly. Try to get a show booked with Dress. Because that's ideally a band out there I definitely want to play some shows with. And again, I'm going to try to put these all in the description of the podcast that we're listening to right now on Komodo VT, the heaviest podcast in New England. Like and subscribe. I gotta keep doing that because I see everyone else do it, so why not? All right, you guys like this? You know, it's my ugly holiday sweater. I love it. It's festive. I got the fucking tie. Look at that. Look at that. All right. So let's get into the MMA world. We're going to change directions here because I myself am a huge MMA fan. And right now, the world of MMA is very interesting. I guess you could say the topic that's just all over the place at the moment is the judges. The other week, the pay-per-view, that was very weak. It felt like a weak fight night. The judges just kept failing. Paddy Pimblett won when he definitely didn't. Paddy the baddie. Listen, I'm sure he whooped my ass, but he didn't win that fight. So, and then the light heavyweight situation, it wasn't like they made it like a draw, so no one won. And it's clear that the Russian clearly won. And he was upset. And he clearly won. He deserved the title. And now they have another title fight coming up in friggin' I think next month or something like that. I don't know. And then the friggin' what is it? Sean Strickland. his fight he was just in. He honestly, it was a very close fight, but I feel he landed more. I mean, the stats don't lie. So if the judges are making their decision and they're not looking at the stats, then what the fuck are they making their decisions on? I don't understand. Because it's clear that they're not looking at the fucking scorecard. I mean, not the scorecard. They're not looking at the stats. They're not looking at the fight stats. They're not keeping stats. They're just watching, Which is great and all, but if you're watching and you don't know what the fuck you're looking at, then you don't have any fucking room to be a fucking judge. Like, how do they get these jobs? How do you become a judge? That's what I want to know, first of all. I'd love to be a judge for this shit. I don't think it's necessarily going to be over hard. Tell me the formula, tell me the format, and then let's fucking watch the fucking fight and take notes. It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. Joe Rogan had a thing where he said he thinks there should be like 10 judges. I think that's a lot. I think it's high, going from 3 to 10 is kind of crazy, but let's say fucking, 5, at least 5 or 6, and just make it freaking, go 5, get 2 more opinions in there, because, you're dealing with a huge fucking multi-million-dollar company. It's fucking huge. And huge, hundreds of millions. And you got 3 judges? Doesn't make any sense. And they're clearly failing. There's something going on. Now, I'm probably gonna get a little flack. If people see this, I don't necessarily think there is, or I know Dana White calls anyone that thinks there's something going on crazy or whatever, but I would say I feel like there is something going on. I mean, it's becoming very loud. And the gambling, there's a lot of money. The judges, maybe I think you should get new judges. Get some people that have the credentials to do it. Get some people, get some old fighters. Get some people that know what they're doing. You might want to get Chuck Liddell out of there. He seems like he still fucking parties or something, but I love Chuck Liddell. But, I don't know, get some fighters and get Michael Bisping in there. I love Michael Bisping, by the way. He's fucking awesome. Like these commentators and stuff, like rotate them through it. I don't fucking know, but do something, because clearly it's not working. But yeah, I don't know. That's the MMA world. I mean, we got John Jones coming back. I believe. I saw an interview, I think he did it with Steve or something. And I think he just had to accept going into the heavyweight, category and fighting, that the chances of him keeping his undefeated streak, there's more chances of it going wrong. Especially when you got just flat out beast. I was going to say animals, but just flat out beast. Francis Ngannou will fucking rip you apart. You get touched by that guy, you're done. It's over. And that power isn't just with him. Anybody in the heavyweight, category, class, in MMA, they can knock you the fuck out with one hit. That's all it takes. One hit. And you could be a very skilled fighter. I think Francis Ngannou has people that lost to him have been more skilled than him. I think everyone that lost against Francis Ngannou, for the most part, has been a better fighter. They're just not as strong. and they're going to get hit. And unfortunately, they're going to get hit by Francis Ngannou. So I think Jon Jones understands the situation that he's in. But he wants to do it. So I think, because he said you got to be willing to accept that you can get knocked the fuck out. You got to get through that first round. And that's pretty much the heavyweight, unless you're fighting Ciryl Gane, which, if he wants to go in the heavyweight division, there you go. That's the word I'm fucking looking for. You're going to run into that guy. You're going to run into Stipe. I think he's overlooking Stipe. Don't overlook Stipe. Stipe will fuck you up. Stipe will fuck you up. You're dealing with those two dudes I just, said, Ciryl Gane and Stipe. Their stamina's there, man. Ciryl Gane moves like a middleweight. He moves like that for 5 rounds. He ain't scared. So, I think Jon Jones, with most of the heavyweights, I think he'll eat them. Because I think his skills are so high up there and so way past. I think his skills are past everyone in the heavyweight division. I think Jon Jones has more skill than any of them. But as it was shown, sometimes skills isn't necessarily going to win you the fight. Sometimes it's just getting clipped in the right place at the right time. A lot tied to Ivasa. He's shown all it takes is to fucking bite down, have a strong chin, take hits, walk through, and clip the motherfucker. That's it. That's all it takes. He's down. So, I think Jon Jones understands that. I think he gets it. I think he understands. He knows he has more skills than them. But he also knows the threat. You get hit, it doesn't matter if that guy's fucking more skilled than you. You're going down. Derek Lewis has made a career off that. He'll be the first to tell you he didn't even take any fighting classes. He just knows how to fight. And he waits to hit you. Because once he hits you, it is over. So yeah. It's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be very interesting. So, yeah. I'm irritated that I moved the camera a little bit, but we'll move forward with that. Alright. Let's get on to other news. Alright. So, I've already said I'm in the Burlington area. Burlington, Vermont. Now, if you're watching this and you're around the Burlington area, you already know what I'm talking about. The crime. Boom. Skyrocket. Through the roof right now. And they're trying to do this and that, and they're making more policies and shit like that. But do you think the person that has a gun illegally is going to fucking give 2 fucks where they can bring it? No. They don't. And the last situation was the stabbing. So, they defunded the police, and crime's gone up a lot. 2022 has been the worst year. There's been lots and lots, I think, 27 plus shootings? It's crazy. I think we're up to 5 murders now? Something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. And it's all over. I live in a friggin' kind of a rough neighborhood. A lot of these shootings been right around here. Less than a quarter mile away. A lot of them are right downtown in Church Street, in City Hall Park. Murders. People sitting down on the bench, walking up, fucking get shot in the head. Murders. So Burlington needs to reel it in. they got to figure out something. Because right now, it's definitely a different place than what it's ever been before. I always got my guard up. I'm always ready to protect myself if I need to. But I've been in Burlington for a long time. I've never had the feeling of having to be on guard at all times. You know, be aware and ready for a conflict if it comes. Because there's been a lot of conflicts. There's a lot of people out here and they're high all fucked up on drugs. Meth has made its way up here. You know, you'll see it. You see it on Church Street. It's crazy. It's fucking nuts. I walk right down there all the time to work. And I see it every day. Every day. Top notch crazy. But, you know, Burlington's got their hands full. Burlington PD, the mayor got their hands full. And the mayor wants the community to do more. I'm not going to be fucking reporting all the fucking crime I see. I'm not reporting any of it. It's not my fucking problem. It's not my fucking problem. It's not my place. You know, obviously, unless you see someone getting, like, hit with a fucking shovel or a gun pulled on them or something like that, yeah, call the police. But, you know, as far as everything else, mind your own fucking business. It's the cops' job to fucking patrol and do their duty. Just be known. You know, you stop fucking drug deals from happening all the time in the open. Just make yourself known. And then people, listen, you're never going to stop it. You're never going to stop it. People will go back to doing it in hiding. So, it is what it is. We will see how it goes. All I gotta say is keep to yourself and, you know, just be ready to make a move if someone fucking fucks with you. You know, because you make a phone call, only 3 or 4 cops on a night, if even. And a lot of this shit that's happening is right in front of them. So, I mean, when you're at a City Hall Park on a Saturday and you got fucking troopers, like 50 feet away, 50 yards away, we'll be respectful and say 50 yards probably. And this motherfucker gets shot in the head, and it took them a long time to get the person. Yeah, you gotta be careful. So, you can't wait. You can't wait for others. Just be aware, keep your guard up. Usually people will notice that. They'll notice you have a certain way about you, and they'll be like, nah, we're not gonna fuck with them. But, yeah. That's what Burlington's become. It's fucking nuts. I never had this problem before. But it is what it is. You know, I don't really go out much, so I don't have to deal with it. So, next fucking topic. Well, I think we're getting close to the end here. So, yeah. Let's do a recap. So, we talked about the local music. The local bands, the local scene. We talked about the tour. We talked about Pantera. We talked about 2023. We glanced down here again. Talked about MMA for a while. Talked about Burlington crime. Shit. I think we're gonna start wrapping this up. Anything else? We can fucking move forward till next time. Yeah. So, thank you for fucking joining me here for a while. Like and subscribe to Komodo VT podcast. And join me next Wednesday. Leave a comment. Share it to a friend. I tell you what, the more traction we make with this, the more I'm going to put into it to make the videos more interesting and get more people on here. Go check out the episode with Raph Soto. Go back to that one. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's awesome. And I'll have some more people out there. I just gotta get down. It's the holiday time. People got shit going on. But I'll reach out to people soon and get some other people on this podcast. If not, I'll see you next week. We'll get the train rolling. Might just be me. This might not. But I can tell you what, it's Komodo VT. Let's go.